President Joe Biden this week makes good on his plan to visit Germany to discuss pressing matters in Ukraine and elsewhere. And Chancellor Olaf Scholz stressed the importance of this one-day visit and praised the U.S.-Germany relationship. Ukraine tops the agenda, with the White House announcing Wednesday that Biden released another $425 million security assistance package.
The president believes that this is felt very strongly about this trip, about one of our partners, allies, that has been steadfast, certainly in partnership as it relates to Ukraine's defense. And the president really wanted to make sure to go to Germany to thank Chancellor Scholz directly.
Biden intended to go to Berlin last week, but Hurricane Milton spoiled his plans, forcing him to also reschedule a meeting on Ukraine security that he now will lead virtually. The White House said that Biden would not meet face-to-face with Ukraine's leader as originally planned. Scholz met with President Volodymyr Zelensky last week to hear his 5-point victory plan, which includes an invitation to join NATO before the war ends. Zelensky presented the plan to his parliament Wednesday.
This plan
is a bridge to hold a productive peace summit that will truly put an end to the war. This plan is not meant to replace our peace initiative, but rather to strengthen Ukraine's position in order to bring peace closer. We can achieve this through cooperation, all of our partners. We are counting on Germany's support as well.
NATO's new Secretary General was non-committal, saying Wednesday that Ukraine would, one day, be a member. This grinding war compels the U.S. and allies to work together to counter a coalescing crew of adversaries with interests in Ukraine's fate. General James Jones, a national security advisor to former President Barack Obama, told VOA.
The Iranian, Russian, Chinese, and North Korean alliance, if you want to call it that, is very dangerous, and we cannot pretend that it isn't. And we need to do those things like strengthening NATO, strengthening the EU, strengthening the bilateral relationships, and making sure that Vladimir Putin doesn't prevail in Ukraine.
Analysts say this trip could be important to Ukraine's future.
I think that Biden could use his time in Germany to reiterate the importance of support for Ukraine.
Germany and the U.S. both have seen protests over their support of Israel in the war that ignited in Gaza a year ago. At the same time, both countries are reporting rises in anti-Semitic incidents in the past year. And both leaders, who describe themselves as center-left, are facing political challenges from right-leaning groups critical of their government's support of Ukraine and Israel. Scholz has recently lost ground to the ascendant Alternative for Germany, a far-right party that opposes immigration and that the German judiciary calls suspected extremists. This visit comes at a crucial time. Both leaders know well how the wars of the last century affected their nation's fortunes and futures. And now, these two men must strive together to see that another conflict does not swallow the world. Anita Powell, VOA News, Washington.